So, I've officially been on YouTube for 6 whole years. I honestly never thought I would make it this far. At all. That's like better than Bebo did. I swear Bebo wasn't around for this long. And thanks to everyone that's been here supporting me since day 1, day 2, year 3, year 4, year 5, even last week. I ain't going anywhere. Alright? I ain't going nowhere. And in light of this joyous occasion of 6 years on YouTube for ThatcherJoe, I decided that I would do something that I've not done. Realistically, right? So I know people are going to moan, being like, oh, it's a cop-out, you're doing a Q&A. Right, look at this. I will find the last time I did a Q&A. Let me just try and... How do I even use YouTube? It's not something you should be saying after 6 years of using it, Joe. My last Q&A was 8 months ago. But to be fair, I did have a really dodgy tash. God awful. What was I thinking? So I went on Twitter and asked you to send me in some of your questions. Get on with it, Joe.
Do you plan on doing a trip in the future? If so, where to and with whom? Kissy emoji.
I would love to pack my bags and just go travelling again like I did in 2011 with my 2 mates. And just pick like random countries to go to and just go and travel for like a year. And just vlog every single day that I'm away. I think I'm in a position where I'm still technically classed as young, I guess, in the grand scheme of life. And they always say, make the most of it whilst you're young. I've said it before, I've said it countless times. The best thing you can do is get out there and travel and see how other cultures live their lives and broaden your mind a little bit, you know? It did me wonders of good. I'd love to do it again. Would you like to see that kind of stuff on my vlog channel? More of me traveling the world. I would love to do South America. I've never done South America before. I would love to go to more of Africa, Australia again, and also New Zealand again, Canada, and that's it. Everywhere else? No, I'm joking. What was that?
Who's winning, KSI or Logan Paul?
I've never met Logan, I'm sure he's a cool guy in real life. It's gotta be JJ, hasn't it?
What do you think about starting a business at a young age, for example, in your 20s?
I think it's one of the best things that I've ever done in my life. The best, but also the most stressful, but the most rewarding, but the most stressful, but the most fun, but the most stressful thing I've ever done in my life. One thing I will say though, if you're thinking of starting your own business in your 20s, if it doesn't go as well as you thought it would do, and it ends up failing, don't get down about it. And don't be like, oh, I'm not gonna try that ever again. The more you do it, the easier it becomes, and the more successful you become from that. Thinking about it now, there's so many different things that I've started to work on over the last 6 years. Different companies that I've been involved with or had the idea and made it start to happen and it falls through, flat on its ass. But then the thing is, you learn from those mistakes. You can't go through life without making mistakes. I think it's borderline impossible. If you have, I would love to meet you and shake your hand. Because I don't believe there's anyone out there that has not failed or made a mistake in their life. I always think the more brains that are on something, the better. You get different perspectives from people who would think about things you never think about. But I am all up for the idea of starting your own businesses. I think it's so important. One thing I will say, if you're good at something like guitar or carpentry or tech, if you're good at something, don't ever do it for free. And if you're good at something, and you're really good at something, keep at it, and then but always just think, how can I make a business out of this? That's what I would do. If you've got something going for you and you're doing really well at it, think about how you can turn that into a business. I feel like a dad right now. I feel so old. 6 years, a long time.
What would you say is your biggest accomplishment throughout your journey on YouTube?
What would I say? Username Evie. First DVD that me and Casper made, the first hit the road. The whole premiere thing, having our own premiere, was a moment that was a real, even now, is a pinch yourself moment. The time that me and Casper started the whole roommate prank war on YouTube, that for us, I felt really sort of blew up our channels and just did wonders for us and our entire group. It's what really sort of, I felt like, put us on the map a little bit. And something that, as well, that really helped me steer away from the kind of, oh, that's Suela's brother. He does like challenge videos. It sort of made me more of my own thing, if that makes sense. This balloon's really starting to annoy me now.
Have you ever fainted?
Yes, I actually have. Went out with my friends. Drank too much vodka Red Bulls, like the pretend vodka as well. It wasn't even real vodka. Had a meal at my uncle's house next day. Felt a bit weird, stood up, next thing I know, I'm on the floor and Zoe's crying in the other room. It's weird because it felt like I had the nicest, deepest sleep I've ever had in my life. You know, you wake up from sleep and you think, I just feel so like refreshed now and like chilled out. It felt like that. It's actually quite nice.
Favourite pair of shoes?
I can't decide between Vans and Converses. Like, they're both like my go-to shoes for everything. You can't go wrong with Vans or Converses. You just can't. I think I'll wear them for the rest of my life.
In the past, people were buried with items they would use in the afterlife. What would you want buried with you to use in the afterlife?
An air horn. Probably a Nintendo Switch.
Are there any special projects on the go right now?
Well, technically 3 in the pipeline. Well, technically 4. Oh my god, this is never ending.
What video is most fun to make?
Probably the impressions or the pranks. I guess like they're the most fun because they take a lot of like prep and like you've got to think of everything, and it's like it's a bit of pressure as well because you're going to get judged more on the impressions one, obviously, because you're trying to do voices which sometimes aren't great. Sometimes the pranks, you're praying that it goes down well and it goes smoothly. But I think the most fun to make are obviously the ones where I'm with all the boys and we're all like together, doing stupid stuff.
It's been 4 years, where's the song?
So, about this. Now, we're going to aim to release it this year, but we've decided to put it back. One, we don't even have a name for the band yet. Like I said before, we did it as a bit of fun, and I know obviously you want to hear it and stuff, but we can't really release it without a band name, and we want to make a video for it as well, and those things are going to take time and money and everything like that. But we're going to aim to get it out early next year. That's the plan. But fear not, because in the meantime, I have done a video with Byron and Connor where we have basically made a song. We'll be putting that within the next few weeks.
What's the best feature a girl can have for you?
Humour.
Do you feel worried for being 27 and single AF?
Wait, technically, I'm not 27 yet. I've got like a month to go, alright? Yes, I am slightly worried. But on hindsight, I'm not too fussed because I'm really not in a rush to get into a full-time relationship. If it happens, absolutely great. I can't wait. I'm actually really looking forward to it. I don't really know what I'm doing, to be honest.
What cologne do you use?
Victor Rolf Spice Bomb is what I use. Smell me. You can't, because it's YouTube.
Got any kids?
I hope not.
If you were dating someone, would you show them on camera or keep them secret?
I was always like, you know what? I would probably keep them secret. Unless we got to a level where we were like, you are a serious part of my life. But I think gradually over time, if it gets really, really serious with a girl, then yeah, of course, if she was cool with it, she has to be really cool with it and really understanding about it. But yeah, I think if it got to that level, sure, why not? If she was comfortable with it and she was happy about it, then why not?
What would be my dream job if YouTube dies down?
So what we're trying to say is, Joe, you haven't got long left. What are you going to do after this? Because let's be honest, time's ticking, Joe. I just love the jobs you're creating something.
Will, so glad to be back soon.
Planning the relaunch for at some point, maybe towards the end of September, with some of the old stuff, but also some brand new stuff. But we shall let you know more info close to the time. But I've seen some of the stuff already, and it's looking good, so I'm excited.
Hi, if you were to start your channel again, would you do anything different?
You know what? I thought about this the other night, and I think there's been so many times where I've been too scared to do stuff. Certain opportunities where I've had the option to like film with other big YouTubers or celebrities, just had like opportunities from brands of like doing really cool things, and I've turned them down. And that's down to me even not having the confidence to do it or being scared. And in hindsight, there's nothing to be scared of. I always think like, what if I did this? What if I did that? So I wish I just had maybe a bit more of a ballsy attitude to my channel.
Do you ever regret / wish you hadn't chose to pursue a career in YouTube and continue with a thatching or a more traditional 9 to 5?
Firstly, thatching wasn't 9 to 5, it was 8 till 6. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Everyone that complains about YouTubers when they've got a 9 to 5 job. I've had both. I can tell you now, this one's a lot more stressful. Psychologically wise, it can be draining at times. But in saying that, I would choose this career over and over again. Like I said before, the opportunities that I've had have been unbelievable. I would say this job is in the top 5% of like good jobs. This is the best job in the world, and I feel so lucky to be able to sit here and do this for the last 6 years. I mean, it sounds like I'm like ending my channel. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. This is the 6th year anniversary. I should be happy. Why must I feel sad? Right, so there we go. That was a little Q&A sesh. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and I will see you on Tuesday with a very, very special video.